Yes, it is permissible to run two 15-amp branch circuits to one receptacle under specific conditions, as outlined in the National Electrical Code, or NEC. According to the 2020 NEC, Article 210.23a, branch circuits rated 20 amps or less are generally limited to supplying only one receptacle outlet or cord and plug connected equipment. However, there are notable exceptions that permit the use of multiple receptacles on a single circuit and the use of multiple circuits to supply multiple appliances through one receptacle. Firstly, exception number 1 of Article 210.23 states that receptacles installed for the connection of portable appliances are permitted to be supplied from a branch circuit rated 15 or 20 amps. This exception recognizes the common practice of using portable appliances in various locations and allows for flexibility in receptacle placement. Secondly, exception number 2 addresses laundry equipment, allowing a receptacle outlet to be installed for the connection of an electric clothes dryer rated 15 or 20 amps on a branch circuit supplying laundry equipment. Thirdly, exception number 3 permits branch circuits rated 15 or 20 amps to supply multi-outlet assemblies, provided they comply with section 406.5e. Multi-outlet assemblies are essentially power strips or raceways with multiple receptacles, commonly used in workshops, offices, and kitchens to provide convenient access to power. In the provided example, a 20-amp branch circuit supplies an 8-amp dishwasher and a 4-amp garbage disposal. The total load in the branch circuit is 12 amps. It is crucial to consider the 80% rule, which limits the continuous load on a branch circuit to 80% of its rating. In this case, 20 amps multiplied by 80% equals 16 amps, so the 12-amp load falls within the permissible limit. It is essential to verify that the receptacle is rated for the total load that will be connected to it. In this specific scenario, the receptacle should be rated for a minimum of 12 amps to safely accommodate the combined load of the dishwasher and garbage disposal. Now let's delve into some key considerations for safely running multiple branch circuits to a single receptacle or multiple receptacles. Firstly, load calculations are paramount. Accurately calculate the total load that will be connected to the receptacle or receptacles. This involves summing the amperage requirements of all appliances, devices, or equipment that will be drawing power from that point. Refer to the nameplates on the appliances to determine their amperage ratings. Secondly, adhere to the 80% rule. As mentioned earlier, the NEC stipulates that the continuous load on a branch circuit should not exceed 80% of its rating. This safety margin helps prevent overheating and potential hazards. Thirdly, proper wiring methods are essential. Use appropriately sized conductors for the branch circuits to ensure they can safely carry the anticipated load. Refer to NEC Table 310.15b16 to determine the ampacity of conductors based on their size and insulation type. Employ approved wiring methods, such as using non-metallic sheath cable or conduit, depending on the specific insulation requirements and local codes. Fourthly, overcurrent protection is mandatory. Each branch circuit must be protected by an appropriately sized circuit breaker or fuse. The overcurrent protection device should be rated to protect the conductors and equipment connected to the circuit. It is crucial to select the correct overcurrent protection device to prevent overloading and potential fire hazards. Fifthly, proper grounding is critical. Ensure that all branch circuits are properly grounded to provide a safe path for fault current. Grounding helps protect against electrical shock and minimizes the risk of damage to equipment. Connect the grounding conductors to the grounding electrode system in accordance with NEC requirements. Sixthly, consider receptacle ratings. The receptacle or receptacles must be rated for the total load that will be connected to them. Select receptacles with an amperage rating equal to or greater than the anticipated load. Using receptacles with insufficient amperage ratings can lead to overheating and potential failure. Seventhly, pay attention to box fill calculations. When installing multiple conductors in an electrical box, it is crucial to perform box fill calculations to ensure that the box is not overcrowded. Overcrowding can lead to overheating and make it difficult to safely install and maintain the wiring. Refer to NEC section 314.16 for guidance on box fill calculations. Eighthly, understand local codes and regulations. The electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on the jurisdiction. It is essential to be familiar with the local codes and regulations that apply to the specific installation. These codes may impose additional requirements or restrictions beyond those outlined in the NEC. Ninthly, professional consultation is advisable. If there is any uncertainty or complexity involved in running multiple branch circuits to a single receptacle, it is always advisable to consult with a qualified electrician. A professional electrician can assess the specific situation, provide expert guidance, and ensure that the installation is performed safely and in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Now let's explore some additional considerations for specific appliance installations. For dishwashers and garbage disposals, which are often located under the kitchen sink, there are specific code requirements to keep in mind. Firstly, dedicated circuits are often required. Many jurisdictions require dishwashers and garbage disposals to be connected to dedicated branch circuits. This means that each appliance should have its own separate circuit breaker and wiring. Dedicated circuits help prevent overloading and ensure that the appliances receive an adequate supply of power. Secondly, GFCI protection may be necessary. Ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is often required for receptacles located near water sources, such as kitchen sinks. GFCI protection helps prevent electrical shock by detecting ground faults and quickly interrupting the circuit. Check local codes to determine if GFCI protection is required for the dishwasher and garbage disposal receptacles. Thirdly, proper wiring methods are crucial. When running wiring under the kitchen sink, it is important to use appropriate wiring methods to protect the conductors from physical damage and moisture. Consider using liquid-tight conduit or other suitable methods to ensure the wiring is properly protected. Let's also consider multi-outlet assemblies, which are commonly used in kitchens and other areas where multiple receptacles are needed. Firstly, NEC Section 406.5e governs multi-outlet assemblies. This section outlines the requirements for installing and using multi-outlet assemblies, including limitations on the number of receptacles and the spacing between them. Secondly, load calculations are especially important. When using multi-outlet assemblies, it is essential to carefully calculate the total load that will be connected to the assembly. Ensure that the total load does not exceed the rating of the branch circuit supplying the assembly. Thirdly, surge protection is recommended. Consider using surge protective devices, or SPDs, with multi-outlet assemblies to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes and surges. SPD can help prevent damage to computers, televisions, and other electronic devices. In summary, while it is generally permissible to run two 15-amp branch circuits to one receptacle under certain circumstances, it is crucial to adhere to all applicable NEC requirements, local codes, and safety precautions. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if there are any questions or concerns. Correctly calculating all loads, using proper wiring methods, providing overcurrent protection, implementing proper grounding techniques, and ensuring that the receptacle is rated for the total load that will be connected to it. Remember that electrical codes are constantly evolving, so it is essential to stay up to date with the latest requirements and best practices. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your electrical installations are safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations. The goal is to provide adequate power to all connected devices while maintaining the safety of people and property. Also, consider the location of the receptacle and the appliances that will be connected to it. Ensure that the receptacle is easily accessible and that the cords of the appliances are not stretched or strained. Proper receptacle placement can help prevent tripping hazards and other safety issues. Finally, remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. If you are not comfortable performing the work yourself, hire a qualified electrician to do it for you. A professional electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to ensure that the job is done safely and correctly. In addition to the technical aspects, it is also important to consider the aesthetic appearance of the electrical installation. Choose receptacles and cover plates that complement the decor of the room. Neatly arrange the wiring and conduit to create a clean and professional look. A well-designed electrical installation can enhance the overall appearance of a space. Before starting any electrical work, always disconnect the power to the circuit at the circuit breaker or fuse box. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before touching any wires. This simple precaution can help prevent electrical shock and save lives. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as safety glasses and gloves, when working with electrical equipment. PPE can help protect against injuries and prevent accidents. When working with wiring, use the correct tools for the job. Use wire strippers to remove insulation from conductors without damaging the wire. Use crimpers to securely attach connectors to wires. Using the wrong tools can damage the wiring and create unsafe conditions. Inspect all electrical equipment and wiring for signs of damage before using it. Replace any damaged equipment or wiring immediately. Damaged electrical equipment can pose a serious safety hazard. If you smell smoke or burning plastic, or if you see sparks or flames, immediately disconnect the power to the circuit and call the fire department. These are signs of a serious electrical problem that needs to be addressed immediately. Keep electrical equipment and wiring away from water and other liquids. Water can conduct electricity and create a shock hazard. Never overload electrical circuits. Overloading can cause the wires to overheat and potentially start a fire. If you need to add more electrical outlets or circuits, consult with a qualified electrician. Be aware of the potential hazards associated with electricity and take steps to protect yourself and others. Electricity is a powerful force that can be dangerous if not handled properly. By following these safety tips, you can help prevent accidents and ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. In addition to the safety considerations, it is also important to consider the energy efficiency of your electrical system. Choose energy-efficient appliances and lighting fixtures to reduce your energy consumption and save money on your utility bills. Use timers and sensors to automatically turn off lights and appliances when they are not in use. Regularly inspect your electrical system for any signs of energy waste, such as leaky connections or damaged insulation. By taking steps to improve the energy efficiency of your electrical system, you can reduce your carbon footprint and help protect the environment. Finally, remember that electrical work is not a do-it-yourself project for everyone. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the job for you. A professional electrician can ensure that the work is done safely and correctly, and that your electrical system is up to code. Also remember that a permit may be required by your local city or jurisdiction, so make sure that you are following those rules as well. Do not take electrical work lightly.